Hello YouTube viewers and random Doctor Who fans, I'm here to review this, which is the Astronaut from the Series 6 Wave 2 of figures, which was released just over the last weekend. So let's obviously start and talk about the box. So as you can see, pretty much the same box that all the rest of the Series 5 and 6 figures have been released in. The only minor change this time is that right up here in the corner, as you can see, it says, "Now with the flesh and flesh mask," which is the stupidest gimmick I've ever heard in my life. So you guys can see it in the box there, you've got that little sort of flesh mask there, and behind him, you've got a sachet of the flesh. So that's absolutely wonderful. So parents, you can go out and buy your kids a lovely new action figure, only to have it covered in this sticky gloop. So, well done character options. You didn't drop the ball there at all. So around the back of the packaging here, as you can see, pretty much just the other figures in the range here this time, including Idris with a couple of special features and hopefully a better face sculpt. The Flesh Doctor, Uncle there, the 11th Doctor again obviously, and this time River Song. So that's pretty much all I can talk about packaging wise. So let's crack it open and take a look at the figure itself. Okay, so here we have this Impossible Astronaut. And as you can see, detail-wise, it does look pretty okay, especially for a character options toy there. As you can see, the detail in the chest there is really nice. Taking a look around the back here, you can see that the little wires run into his little backpack. All detailed really well. You can see those kind of like little ridges there. The American flag, of course, there. And again, on his arm, his fingertips there are green. So you can see there, pretty much like how he does shoot and kill the Doctor. And I really do love the creases in the suit. It really reminds me of the River Song figure and the Vashta Narada creature in their suits, because you can see that sort of rumpled material there, which really does look great. And you see the sort of little NASA stickers there as well, and this kind of reflective, I think that's a sun visor, but I'm not too sure. It's like for astronauts whenever they're out in space to not get their eyeballs fried, basically. So yeah, even at his feet here as well, you can see that the boots have been detailed really, really nicely, but underneath where character options decided to put their garb, and right there on his backpack as well. So yeah, as far as detail goes, it is very, very nice. Okay, so as far as articulation goes, well, unfortunately the head does not rotate. There is full 360 degree movement here at his shoulder. No bicep and tricep movement, which is kind of a shame. There is some elbow articulation here at 90 degrees in and out, and the wrist is rotatable by 360 degrees. Now, there is some waist articulation, which is a little loose, and it's a little too loose for my liking there, so that's kind of a shame, but as far as the legs go, well, you can do the splits, as you can see there, and the leg can come out and kind of swing back a little bit. And there is some articulation at the top of the leg here, allowing it to spin 360 degrees. Some knee articulation as well in there, and the foot can spin 360 degrees as well. So, you know, not perfect articulation, but still pretty damn good. And another little special feature that character options have included, which I really do like, is that the helmet, the visor here, is retractable, and inside it reveals the little girl. And you know, it is really nice that they've included that, and I do like that. You know, whenever I first saw it, like, the face sculpt does seem a little tiny bit off, and her expression does look a little kind of bug-eyed and a little bit like, you know, she doesn't really know what's going on. But it would have been nicer if she looked a little bit more scared, because I think that would have made this figure a little bit more extra creepy. And also her skin tone seems a little off, like, you know, it looks like she's been on holiday way too long, so her skin tone's a little bit too dark. But apart from that, that's really, really nice, and I do really like that little option. As far as accessories go, it doesn't really come with much, apart from this, which is the little tiny flesh mask, which I just don't get at all. Now, what you kind of do with this is pop up a little helmet part here, and let me just see if I can line this up properly here. It's such a daft idea. And what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to pop this on over the little girl's face and make her a flesh creature, which I think is the stupidest idea I've ever seen in my life. I mean, sure, character options have got this whole thing going on with the flesh, and I have no idea why they've got this fascination. So they've decided to release all these figures now with a little flesh mask, so you can make them into gangers. But why would you want to do that? I mean, fair enough, you know, you could be a little kid playing with your adventure toys and like, oh, everyone's a ganger or whatever. But honestly, what a daft idea. I really don't like that at all. It's so daft. And the best part is as well, this actually comes with some flesh goo. And you know how much I love that stuff. So yeah, pretty much you get this little packet here, and in it you get this tiny little bit of flesh goo, which is just absolutely horrible and disgusting, and like I said before, will probably end up all over your figure, and I actually weep for the versions of this toy which end up in the hands of little boys and girls, because this helmet has a lot of empty space in it for all this disgusting flesh stuff to get stuck in. So seriously, other collectors who are watching this, weep for these toys because they're going to get absolutely disgusting. So it's size comparison time. Now, as you can see, the Astronaut fits in well with the rest of the figures here. Roughly just slightly smaller than the Silent figure here, and towers over the likes of River Song and the Doctor and Amy, as you can see there, and is a nice sort of big size in comparison to the TARDIS. So the scale is really nice, and I do like that. So overall, what do I think of this figure? Well, I really do like it. I like the detail on it, I like the articulation, I like that little feature where you can push the sort of visor back and see the face. So all detailed really well and does look excellent up on your shelf and looks very ominous next to figures like the Silent, for example, or a Silurian. So it really is such a unique Stephen Moffat villain, so I really do like that. I really think that's absolutely excellent. What I don't like, however, is this whole flesh gimmick that character options are starting to introduce with their figures. Like that little flesh mask, I mean, like, kids are going to lose that within like a second. And as far as the flesh goo goes, I hate the stuff. Like literally, like watch my review of the Flesh Goo Pod. I hate the stuff, and now they're starting to ship it out with every single character options figure that they're releasing. I mean, like I said before, these are going to get absolutely covered in this stuff, and it's such a shame too, because these figures are so well detailed and well made, and they're literally just going to get a load of goop just thrown all over them. So that really is a shame. So overall, yeah, I pretty much do like this figure, apart from the fact that flesh comes with it. So thanks very much for watching this review. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's countless more reviews online. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Pachoo!